Hello. Again, we are going to continue with the REST API and in a Spring Boot laboratory. And after view how Helios works, or Helios, as you prefer to pronounce it, we're going to view how Spring Boot is designed to work with REST APIs. So let's check out this other branch. And let's view the differences between the previous branch and this one. Okay, so I remove the contact controller, I remove the contact resource, and I've made some modifications in other classes. So let's view what I've done. In the POM, again, I just added this new, I removed HTOAS and I added data rest because data rest includes Helios on it. Okay, so the dependency, this one is included here, so we don't need both of them. We just need this dependency. Okay, the other thing that I've done is we need this extra configuration to explain where we want the base path of the API to be. Instead, add this in the controller as we were doing before. We are configuring this in the application properties. So API v1 is here. Why is not in the controller? Because if you remember, I remove it. It's not there. So let's view now our code, because it's a little crazy. What we have now, we have only the model with contact, and we have added this. Let's check the differences to be sure that this is the only thing that we have added, but yes, everything is the same. And the only thing that we have added is this new annotation that is REST resource. So we are saying that this entity is a REST resource that we can access from the API. And the second thing that we have done is this super big change again, where instead annotated with repository to the repository, we have changed to repository REST resource. And we explain here the path. So with API v1 context, we are going to access to everything that is inside this repository directly with post, guest, etc. And we don't have anything more. Yes, no controllers, not anything. Use the class and the repository. Do you think that this will work? Let's try it. Okay, starting. In fact, it not only works, it really works better than what we can do manually with all the other things, because you are going to view now the answer that we receive. It's very interesting. Let's make it start. Okay, done. So now I'm going to click here, and this is what we are receiving. It's a little different than Helios, but it has the embed object with contacts, okay, links and pages. So now we have pages. We have the links automatically created with information about how to call it with page, sites, different things. We can sort, we can do a lot of things. And oops, let me open this again. In the contacts, again, we have the same thing and the same links that we have with Helios. Okay, so without any line of code besides creating the Java class and creating the contact repository and adding some magic annotations here, we have really the best solution of everyone that we have tested until now, with paging, etc. So let's try the paging to view if it works, because it's difficult to believe, isn't it? Okay. So if I do this, we're going to sort by name, ascending, and we want one page with 2 elements. Okay, here it is. We have a page with 2 elements, and the nice thing is that we have links to the first page, to the previous page, to the full thing, to the next, the last page. So we can navigate here with this. It's fantastic. Okay, so we click here, and we have other one. We can go to the previous. So your JavaScript or whatever code you are using to consume these endpoints, you have everything really here to navigate, and everything is very easy, and everything happens practically without any line of code. Of course, no lines of code. Meanwhile, you want the basic and default behavior. When you are creating more complex applications, you will start to need to override some methods and do extra things. Not everything works with just 2 lines of code. You need to do more, because not everything is just a class and that's it. Okay, but to start and to view how Spring Boot works with REST APIs, this is a good example. In the next video, we're going to talk about security, because at this moment, this API is open to everyone, and we want to be more selective. We are going to talk a little about security. And after that, we will talk about how to add other entities in the system.